few minutes, but before that, some important announcements. Today, we're going to perform 7 dance pieces, which are going to be between 10 to 13 minutes long. We want you to enjoy this performance comfortably. Should you feel the need to step out, please feel free to do so. But in each dance piece, there's no food or drinks allowed in the auditorium. And I'd actually request all of us to take a moment and put your phones in the silent mode. Once we've done that, Madhuri would like to take this opportunity to acknowledge some profound artists and authors whose words are incorporated in today's script. Mandakini Trivedi, Mohiniyattam exponent and arts educationist, Aarti Bhagini, Devdutt Patnaik, Dr. R. Ganesh and Hari Ravikumar, Arjun Bharadwaj, Harsh Dehejia, Nandini Ghoshal, and Madhuri's teacher, Dr. Prachi Jariwala, for the tutelage that has been her privilege to receive. Their published books are on display outside. Should you be inspired by any of the words you hear today, it would be a humble request that you support them by purchasing their books online. Lastly, today's script is extremely non-traditional. Before each dance piece, we will explain the storyline of the dance via a brief demonstration. This is just to help you engage with the dance completely. Our goal is to actually fuel your interest and curiosity with simplicity. Dr. Prachi Jariwala. Just a small announcement. We have a mobile phone that belongs to somebody, but we don't know. Nobody's claiming it. It's right here. So anybody has lost their mobile, it's here, yeah?
With the divine grace, we commence this morning's program. My namaskar and a very warm welcome to all of you here. We are indeed very fortunate to have 2 stalwarts with us. One who is a classical dancer, a fantastic, brilliant, graceful dancer, Darshana Padmashri Darshana Ben Jhaveri. Thank you so much for coming here. Her humility and her grace is something that I haven't seen in many dancers. So I always look up to her so much. And we have Dr. Harsh Dehejia here, a brilliant scholar, my mentor, who, wherever Krishna and the Shringar of Krishna is, he has to be there. It's incomplete without him. And I thank him from the bottom of my heart for being here today. I would request both of you to come and light the traditional lamp here. would you like to say some few words of Ashirwad for Madhuri and myself? Please.
I'm really very happy today. Prachi, I have seen her growing as a beautiful Odissi dancer and now teacher, choreographer, research scholar. Arre wah. I'm really very happy that she's doing such a wonderful work of training meticulously. Of course, I haven't seen today's artist dancing, but I'm sure she's very good, she always says. And I wish her all the best for the program as well as her future endeavors. Thank you so much.
I think Prachi made a small mistake. She called me mentor. I'm just an ordinary professor. You've been my guru in teaching me so many little things about Krishna Shringar. I wish you the best and all your students. Thank you.
Classical Indian dance is like an attractive but supremely beautiful woman whose beloved, distracted by her physical beauty, cannot look beyond it, to the beauty within her, to the sense and substance she is communicating, says Mandakini Trivedi, and we all couldn't agree more. We want you to engage in today's art performance as a curious, sensitive, and contemplative audience. We hope you will experience a parallel state of flow, of joy, where you feel what we feel, of Ras. Dear audience, even while your eyes and ears are taking everything in, but please remember that Ras is best experienced as taste. It is different each time, different for each person, and different in each space. So then, are you ready? Then let's begin. Can I request everyone to please rise for the national anthem?
यथो हस्ता तथो दृष्टि, यथो दृष्टि तथो मनः, यथो मनः तथो भाव, यथो भाव तथो rasa. Wherever the hands go, there the eyes must follow. Wherever the eyes go, there the mind must follow. Where the mind goes, the emotion must follow. And where the emotion is, there the rasa flows through a very beautiful inner experience. With this shlok, I'd like to begin. And before we begin, I'll just tell you a few little tips about Odissi, this beautiful classical dance style from the eastern shores of India. And a few, my students, Antara and Sanjana, will help me come here. and do some demonstrations. So you will really enjoy the performance.
India has 8 accredited classical dance forms. Odissi is one of the oldest dance forms.
Odissi was originally practiced by the Maharis and the Gotipuas.
So most of the whole Odissi grammar is based on 4 body positions. And they are Samabhanga. They are based on the weight of the body and the distribution of the weight of the body. So Samabhanga is the straight position where the weight of the body is equally distributed on both the feet. Then you have the Abhanga, where one foot is free and the other carries the weight of the body. The third is the Chauka, or the squatting position, where again the weight of the body is on both the feet. And the third, which is the most beautiful, is the Tribhanga. But here, the body weight is only on one foot, the other is completely free. And Odissi gets this very lyrical and graceful flavor, mainly because of its torso movement. So there's a lot of work and movement that we do with the torso. Thank you. So enjoy your performance, and we begin the first number with an invocatory piece. It is called the Mangalacharan. Herein, the dancer enters with flowers and offers flowers to the presiding deity of Orissa, Lord Jagannath Ji. She then proceeds to do Bhumi Pranam, salutations to Mother Earth. This is followed by a shlok. Today, being Ram Navami Day, it is befitting that we take a shlok on Lord Ram. This shlok is from the Ramcharitmanas, written by Tulsidas Ji. Keki Kant is the beautiful shlok that Madhuri will be performing today. From childhood, Madhuri has been very fascinated with Lord Hanuman. He has been her friend, her mountain of strength. He has been her personal superhero also. So look out for Hanuman in the shlok. The Mangalacharan proceeds with the Sabha Pranam, and it ends with the threefold salutation, or the Trikhandi Pranam, to the gods above, the gurus, and the audience. The music composition of this piece has been done by Shri Raghunathji Pahanigrahi. It is set to Rag Megh and Kedar in Ektali. All the dance compositions this evening are by our great Guru, Padma Vibhushan, Guru Kelucharan Mahapatra, and with his blessings, with Divine Mother's blessings, and with the blessings of my own Guru, who hasn't been able to come here today, Srimati Daksha Mashruwala, I proceed and we present the first number, Mangalacharan.
Ram was a person who spoke with a smile, Smita Bhashi. He spoke little, Mita Bhashi. He spoke first, Purva Bhashi, and he smiled before he spoke, Smita Purva Bhashi. This shlok is in his praise. मोर के कंठ की आभा के समान नीले आसमान की तरह सुंदर हैं श्री राम, सभी देवताओं में श्रेष्ठ, ऋषि भृगु के चरण कमल के चिन्ह से सुशोभित हैं श्री राम। आभा से पूर्ण नीलांबरी वस्त्र पहने, कमल जैसे नयन उनके, सदा प्रसन्न रहने वाले और सबका ध्यान रखने वाले हैं श्री राम। बाण धनुष धारण किए हुए स्वयं शिव के धनुष को सीता के स्वयंवर में उन्होंने उठाया, लगाया और तोड़ा। परशुराम ने जब उन्हें चुनौती दी तो उनसे विष्णु का धनुष लेके दिखाया कि वो तो स्वयं विष्णु के ही अवतार हैं। बानर की सेना को संगठित किया। पहाड़ों से उनके भक्त हनुमान संजीवनी ढूंढने के लिए गए और द्रोणगिरी पहाड़ को उठा के लंका में उनके चरणों में अर्पण कर दिया। सभी राम की स्तुति करते हैं। सीता जी के पति जानकी भी तो उन्हीं की स्तुति करती हैं। रघुकुल के मनीष पुष्पक विमान पे सवार श्री राम, जिनकी अर्धांगिनी है सीता जी, उस मर्यादा पुरुषोत्तम को हम सबका कोटि कोटि प्रणाम। प्रस्तुत है मंगलाचरण।
ta the nak thin ta thina thina thin the nak thin ta the nak tikit ta the nak thin ta tom ta chak ta gajigan thin ta thin ta tak thin ta tak thin ta thina thina thin tak thin ta tak thin ta tak thin ta thina thina thin tak thin ta tak thin ta tak thin ta thina thina thin tak thin ta tak thin ta tak thin ta tirgid ta tirgid jai thina thin ta thina thin jai thina thin thina thin jai thina thin thina thin jai thina thin thina thin nak 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 thin ta bin jai tak ta gajigan ta om ta tak ta gajigan thin the nak thin ta
नयन पथगामी भव तुम्हें जगन्नाथ स्वामी नयन पथगामी भव जगन्नाथ स्वामी नयन
lang tatta tatta taketa tatta taketa tatta taketa ta thom ta kad tak dhajigan then nak then ta chatakan ta nak then ta chatakan then nak then ta chatakan ta nak then ta then nak then then nak thinita kitkita nak thinita kirta kring then thinita thum ta tak dhajigan kad tak dhajigan ta kad tak dhajigan ta kad ta dhajigan then nak thinita ke कंठा कंठा
कपिनी करयुतं कपिनी करयुतं
Shiva is the ultimate superhero in the Indic worldview. He represents the highest in an individual, accepting everything as it comes and being totally detached from both wealth and grandeur, and he never feels that this is mine. Shiva is a symbol of prosperity without any possessiveness.
Shiva is wrongly called the destroyer of the world. He is actually a Layakari Devata, the one who dissolves for the sake of renewal. It is not destruction he does time and again, but rather dissolution for the sake of creation. This entire cycle of creation and dissolution is itself a dance. So Shiva is Nataraja, the god of dance. The next dance piece, Batu, is one of pure dance, Nritta, and is in honor of Shiva, the Adiyogi, and the epitome of dance. He is also known as Batuka Bhairava in Tantra literature, which is where the name of this dance comes from. Batu dance begins with a series of sculpturous poses representing actions such as playing veena, mardala, flute, and manjira.
The actions from Pattu have been ornately and elaborately carved on the temples of Rasa.
Dear audience, प्रस्तुत है बटू in राग मोहना and ताल एक ताली.
So as you could see, Abhinay pieces of the Indian classical dance give a living quality to a story, showing moods, emotions, and actions. It is important that a dancer visualizes a storyline acutely without any awareness of herself or that of the audience. Abhinay and the use of hastas or hand gestures distinguishes Indian dance from other dance forms of the world. A single hasta represents so much. It also talks about commas, full stops, intonations, exclamations, etc.
The next piece is an Oriya Abhinay. It's a beautiful Oriya song written by Kavi Banamali Das, an 18th century Bhakt Kavi. His language is so beautiful that it at once appeals to young and old alike. His poetry has so much intensity in it. This is a story about naughty and flirtatious Krishna, and we've all grown up with hearing these stories. In this piece, you will see a wide palette of Shringar Rasa or shades of love, and it's at once very light, very familiar, very inviting, and very Oriya. An Oriya piece always gives a beautiful touch to the whole performance, a lighter and a beautiful touch. But I think the whole song Pranasangini, which is going to be presented now, you will be able to understand it much better if there's a little demonstration. I request Madhuri to do the demonstration.
गोपी अपनी सखी को ढूंढ रही है। कहाँ है वो? ये रही तुम। सुनो ना, मुझे तुझसे श्याम के बारे में कुछ बताना है। मेरी प्राण संगिनी, कैसे बताऊं? बहुत लज्जा रही है कि उस दिन क्या हुआ। तुमने मुझे इतनी चेतावनी दी, कदम कदम पे रोका, लेकिन मैं नहीं मानी। और देखो ना, सुनो बताती हूँ। श्याम आए नारी के वेश में, बड़े सुंदर से बाल, लंबे लंबे, बड़ी सुंदर सी साड़ी पहन के आए, हाथों में आलता की थाली। बोले, आ देख मैं तेरे लिए क्या लाई हूँ। सुंदर सा आलता लगाती हूँ पैरों में। क्यों नहीं लगाना है? बैठ ना, देख बड़ा सुंदर आलता लगाऊंगी। बोलो लगाऊं कि नहीं? सुन के उनकी मधुर भाषा मैं तो मोहित हो गई। पूरे गांव में इतनी सुंदर स्त्री मैंने तो देखी नहीं थी। पूछा उससे, तुम कहाँ से आई हो बता? उसने कहा कि मेरे श्याम ने मेरा मन रिझाने के लिए भेजा है उसे। मुझसे तो रहा नहीं गया, बैठाया उसे और मैं साड़ी बदलने चली गई। आलता लगाना था तो पतली सी साड़ी लपेट के मैं चल दी, बैठ गई। बोला, देखो बड़ा सुंदर आलता लगाना, ठीक है? एक तो वो इतनी सुंदर, लग भी गया। अरे दूसरे पैर में भी लगाओगी ना? ठंडे ठंडे आलता से तो मुझे बहुत मज़ा आ रहा था, लेकिन ये क्या? वो मुझे उस नज़र से क्यों घूर रही है? कौन है ये स्त्री? ओह, आलता बड़ा सुंदर है। सुनो, पीछे भी लगाओ ना। मैं तो फिर ठंडे आलते को लेके झूम गई अपने ख्यालों में। हो भी गया, दिखाना ज़रा। अरे ये क्या? दोनों पैरों पे मेरे श्याम का नाम लिखा है। लगता है ये स्त्री श्याम ही है। बोलो क्यों किया? ये बिल्कुल ठीक नहीं है बात। क्यों लगाया तुमने मेरे स्वामी का नाम मेरे पैरों पे? अच्छा, ये बाल तुम्हारे हैं? दिखाना दिखाना। मैंने खींचे बाल और फेंक दिए। ये साड़ी बड़ी सुंदर है, दिखाना दिखाना। जैसे ही साड़ी खींची, श्याम अपने स्वयं रूप में प्रकट आए। मैं तो लज्जा से वो हो गई। वो मेरे पैर पकड़ लिए, माफी मांगने लगे। अब पता चला उस दिन क्या हुआ। इस कविता के कवि बनमाली दास को पता है कि ये बांसुरी वाले श्याम बड़े लंपट हैं, किस किस गलियों से गुजरते हैं, सभी गोपियों के साथ रास लीला में लगे हैं। लेकिन क्या करें, जैसे फूलों पे भंवरे मंडराते हैं, वैसे ही वृंदावन की सभी गोपियाँ श्याम पे भंवरों की तरह न्यौछावर है। प्रस्तुत है प्राण संगिनी।
The music composition of this piece is by Sangeet Sudhakar Balakrishna Das ji.
श्याम होई नारी बेश, 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 मुखुरे हेले प्रवेश, श्याम होई नारी बेश, श्याम होई नारी শ্যাম হই নারী বেশ শ্যাম হই নারী বেশ শ্যাম হই নারী বেশ মুখুরে হেলে প্রবেশ বইলে বইলে আস আস বইলে আস আস এই জীবিরাচারস বইলে আস আস দেই জীবিরাচারস মৃদু বচন ন রহিলা চেতন শুনিতা 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 মৃদু বচন ন রহিলা চেতন পিন্ধিলি অতি নিরুণ পিন্ধিলি অতি নিরুণ পিন্ধিলি অতি নিরুণ জিনবাস পুরাতন পিন্ধিলি অতি নিরুণ পিন্ধিলি অতি নিরুণ জিনবাস যাই মু বসিলে ন ঢঙ্কাই তাঙ্কু দেহ যাই মু বসিলি যাই মু বসিলি যাই মু বসিলি যাই মু বসিলি ন ঢঙ্কাই তাঙ্কু দেহ যাই মু বসিলি ন ঢঙ্কাই তাঙ্কু দেହ কাହିଁକି ଶଙ୍କା ନିବାହ କାହିଁକି ଶଙ୍କା ନିବାହ ହୁଅନ୍ତା ସଜନୀ ତୁହ ସେ ତ ନାନା କଳା କ୍ଷମ ଦେଇଲା କ୍ଷନୁପମ ସେ ତ ନାନା କଳା କ୍ଷମ ସେ ତ ନାନା କଳା କ୍ଷମ ଦେଇଲା କ୍ଷନୁପମ ପଦ ତଳେ ତାଙ୍କ ନାମ ପଦ ତଳେ ତାଙ୍କ ନାମ ଲେଖିଲେ ଶ୍ୟାମ ଶ୍ୟାମ ପଦ ତଳେ ତାଙ୍କ ନାମ ପଦ ତଳେ ତାଙ୍କ ନାମ ଚଞ୍ଚଳ କରନ୍ତେ ଚିତ୍ତ ଧରି ପଦ ବ୍ରଜ ସୁତ 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 ନ ଛାଡ଼ିଲେ କଦାଚିତ କାଲି ମୁକିଲା ଯେ ପୁରୀରେ ପ୍ରାଣ ସଙ୍ଗିନୀରେ କାଲି ମୁକିଲା ଯେ ତତେ ନ ବିଚାରି ନିତ ପଦେ ପଦେ ଉଡ଼ିଲି ତତେ ନ ବିଚାରି ନିତ ପଦେ ପଦେ ଉଡ଼ିଲି ପଦେ ଉଡ଼ିଲି କାଲି ମୁକିଲା ଯେ ପ୍ରାଣ ସଙ୍ଗିନୀରେ କାଲି ମୁକିଲା ଯେ ଉଡ଼ିଲି ହେବାରୁ କୁଟ ପ୍ରକଟ କାହିଁ ଗଲେ ପ୍ରୀତ ପଟ ହେବାରୁ କୁଟ ପ୍ରକଟ କାହିଁ ଗଲେ ପ୍ରୀତ ପଟ ବନମାଳି ସେ ଲମ୍ପଟ ବନମାଳି ସେ ଲମ୍ପଟ ବନମାଳି ସେ ଲମ୍ପଟ ବନମାଳି ସେ ଲମ୍ପଟ ପାଦ ପଦ୍ମେ ମଧୁରିତ ବନମାଳି ସେ ଲମ୍ପଟ ପାଦ ପଦ୍ମେ ମଧୁରିତ ପାଦ ପଦ୍ମେ ମଧୁରିତ କାଲି ମୁକିଲା ଯେ ପ୍ରାଣ ସଙ୍ଗିନୀରେ କାଲି ମୁକିଲା ଯେ ପ୍ରାଣ ସଙ୍ଗିନୀରେ କାଲି ମୁକିଲା ଯେ ପ୍ରାଣ ସଙ୍ଗିନୀରେ ପ୍ରାଣ ସଙ୍ଗିନୀରେ କାଲି ମୁକିଲା ଯେ କାଲି ମୁକିଲା ଯେ କାଲି ମୁକିଲା ଯେ
It is time to introduce the first Ashtapadi in today's repertoire, the Dashavatar. 12th century poet Jayadev pioneered the tradition of songs with his Ashtapadis. Kavi Jayadev's Sanskrit poem Gita Govinda was composed in glory of Lord Krishna. Odissi dance and music has taken a very special affinity to these Ashtapadis. This is a Sari Bhavna piece that includes a bit of dance interspersed with Abhinaya.
Whenever dharma is endangered in this world, I shall incarnate and re-establish law and order, says Vishnu, the protector and sustainer of the universe. There are 10 main avatars of Lord Vishnu in various life forms. What's interesting is that one can see a striking similarity between the avatars and theory of evolution of life on earth.
Here is a 1-minute collage of paintings and sculptures from all over Southeast Asia, Jambudvip, where these stories are carved, chiseled, painted, and enacted till today.
Life started in water. Matsya is the first avatar. The first amphibians emerge. The Kurma tortoise avatar. The first mammals evolve. Varaha, the boar avatar. The half man, half animal appears. Narasimha avatar. The short man, Homo erectus, appears. Weaponless, the Vamana avatar, also called Trivikrama. Parshuram represents the Bronze Age and development of first weapons. Ram represents the cultured soldier and society getting organized. Balram represents the tilling of land, agriculture, and civilization. The Buddha avatar comes around when society becomes too rigid, hierarchical, and domineering. Kalki is the last avatar, is coming soon to slaughter the inflated ego of man. Now let's see Mum explain these stories as depicted in the dance.
The world was dissolving in a big flood in which a demon stole the Vedas. Without the four Vedas, the essence of man, everything would be lost and we wouldn't be able to recreate our world. Vishnu, you took the form of a huge fish and you retrieved the Vedas. The Devas and the Asuras were churning the ocean on Mount Mandhar, using Mount Mandhar, which was sinking under the weight. On your back, you picked up the entire mountain, and while the churning continued, it stayed stable. Vishnu, as the Kurma tortoise, you made the Samudra Manthan possible. In the next avatar, as a Varaha, you had mighty tusks. And when you saw that the earth was sinking under the ocean, just like a spot on the moon, you picked her up on your mighty tusks. Vishnu, as Varaha, you lifted the earth to safety. You may have hands soft like lotus petals, but when the time came, they grew nails amazingly as you took the form of a half man, half lion. You looked for Hiranyakashipu, grabbed him, threw him on your lap, and at twilight, on the doorway with your bare hands, you vanquished him. Vishnu, as the Narasimha avatar, you vanquished evil again. You used trickery on King Bali, who loved his own generosity too much. He didn't realize that this dwarf was you, Vishnu, from whose lotus feet river Ganga flows, filling life and giving protection to all beings. Vishnu, as the Baman, you asked King Bali for 3 steps of land. With the first one, you covered the earth. The second one, the skies. And the third one, you pushed him into the underworld, crushing his ego and showing your Trivikrama form. As Parshuram, rivers of blood flew off the Kshatriyas who had gone astray. You washed away their sins and you extinguished the fire of material existence by slaying the Kshatriyas who were meant to protect us. As Ram, the kind and cultured, compassionate king, with cultured good looks, you killed the 10-headed demon Ravan and you restored order to the world. As Balaram, you had wide shoulders and you wore garments the color of rain clouds. When you picked up your plow to till the land, it filled fear, even in river Yamuna, who changed her course to suit your will. Vishnu, as Balaram, you represented tilling of land and agriculture. In the Vedic rituals, as Buddha, you saw the unnecessary sacrifice of animals. Being of a compassionate heart, it hurt you to see this injustice on animals. Vishnu, as Buddha, you empowered the world to be more kind and compassionate. The world was full of evil again because of man's ego. You will come again, taking out your sword as Kalki, As fast as a comet, you will extinguish the corruption that has come about because of man's ego. You will come on a horse as Kalki and save us again. Jaidev, the Kavi, is a poet and a seer who, with his intuitive wisdom, heard and wrote down these stories so that today we could present the 10 avatars of Vishnu for you. Vishnu, who's no other than Jagannath, we bow down to you in prayer and gratitude. Presenting Dashavadana.
दशमुखमौलि बलिं रमणीयं केशवधूत रामशरीर जय जगदीश हरे
Dr. Prachi Jariwala is an accomplished Indian classical dancer. She was initiated at a tender age in Bharatnatyam until she found her medium of expression in Odissi. She is a senior disciple of Srimati Daksha Mashruwala and has taken many master classes under the maestro Guru Kerucharam Mohapatra. Prachi has rendered performances in India and abroad. Some of her most memorable solo performances as an Odissi dancer have been in Bhopal, Pune, Mumbai, Varanasi, New Delhi, as well as internationally in London, Yemen, and South Korea multiple times. You can go through her list of recent compositions here. She's an empaneled artist with ICCR under the Ministry of External Affairs. She has a doctorate from the University of Mumbai and pursues a keen academic interest as an art historian. And she's also a visiting faculty for the University of Mumbai and St. Xavier's College, Autonomous. She acted in a critically acclaimed Hindi art film called Hamari Beti, where she plays the role of an Odissi dancer, and another short film, Many Colors of the Odhani, by Dr. Harsh Dehejia. Dr. Prachi has been teaching Odissi dance for 11 years from the premises of Fellowship School Nanachok, as well as a studio in Worli. Her first 3 students to debut on stage are all here today. Madhuri kicked it off today, while Sanjana and Antra are gearing up for theirs in the coming 2 weeks. We hope to wish them all the best for their Manchprawesh. Madhuri feels a deep gratitude towards Prachi for her bhakti to her art form and to the Guru Shishya Parampara. It gives me a great happiness to introduce the musicians who are making the morning melodious for all of us. They have given us, the audience, melody and style. They've given Madhuri her beat, focus, and attentiveness. Together we feel harmony together here, in this moment, and we deeply thank you for being truly present here. Can I ask the kids to please give a memento to the musicians as I call out their names? Srimati Aparna Deodhar on the sitar. Shri Vijay Tambe on flute.
Stay there.
Shri G. Ram Prasad on Mardal. Shri Sachikant Rath on vocals. We also take this opportunity to thank Shaukat Ali for the sound and videography, Shekhar for lights, Didi and Mum for the beautiful decor that you see here. As you can see this morning, the program is completely designed, led and executed by family members and friends. Lastly, a big thanks to Rabindranath Mandir for giving us this venue and this venue with a cozy setup. Of course, before we move on, let's see Madhuri's journey into Odissi dance. We have a short slideshow with a montage of photos and videos. Like many Marwadi girls, both my sisters learnt Indian classical dance between the ages of 5 to 13. They found a larger-than-life teacher in Guru Nadbar Maharana, and they were groomed in Odissi with him, performing even when they had barely entered their teens. At this point, Madhuri felt a deep disconnect between classicism and tradition. She was not able to understand the purpose of classical art forms and became a disillusioned teenager. So she stopped Odissi dancing. For the next 30 years, she engaged with the dance of life instead. She married, moved to Australia, completed 2 master's degrees, had 2 beautiful kids, moved back to India, traveled extensively. and has been working in the fitness industry with her husband Sunil, running their personal training center, Elite Fitness, in South Bombay for the last 16 years. Then COVID happened. In the summer of 2020, she challenged her kids to take up a project that would be completely outside their comfort zones. And she promised to lead by example, so Madhuri went back to Odissi again. For the next 6 months, she relearned the basics from free YouTube tutorials by Nandini Ghoshal, practicing daily. By December 2020, she started her training with Dr. Prachi Jariwala virtually. As a woman in her 40s, a mother and entrepreneur, Madhuri finally understood that she had only lost tradition, not her value system, which were very much still rooted in classicism. Dr. Prachi encouraged her to expand her horizons and delve deeper into the Sanatan Dharma and Kala Tattva studies whilst keeping her dance training consistent. Even her husband was inspired to join her for learning this dance for a while. Over 15 months of disciplined practice, Dr. Prachi Jariwala has brought her up to this level of a solo performance with a lot of timely support from other mentors and artists. The dance pieces she is performing today are all choreographed by Padma Vibhushan Guru Kelucharan Mohapatra. To further her understanding of Guruji's dance legacy, she spent a precious week in December 21 at Guruji's Dance Academy School, Srijan Nitya Bhasha in Orissa. Her dance journey has barely begun, but through it, she is seeing things that have startled her, feeling things that she's never felt before, meeting people with a different point of view, and living a life that she's proud of. Benjamin Button said, "It's never too late to be who you want to be." This Manchprawesh is just the beginning for Madhuri, which, with her teacher's blessings, she would love to come and perform for you at your gatherings, family events, and get-togethers.
प्रस्तुत है अरबी पल्लवी।
रे पा मा गा रे रे सा धा सा रे मा पा धा सा नि धा पा मा रे सा रे सा పద సని దప మగరి సరే 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 మగరి సని దప మప ప ప ప ప ద పద పద సని దప మగరి సరే మప సరే సరే మగరి సని దప మ పద స ప ప ప ప మగరి 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 మమ ప సని ద సని ద సని ద సని ద పద స మగరి సరే మ ప సని ద ప పద స సరే మ పద స మగరి 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 సని ద సని ద సని ద సని ద పద స మగరి సరే మ ప సని ద ప పద స సరే మ పద స పద 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 స సరే ద ప మగరి సరే సరే ద ప మగరి సరే జై జై మగరి
Odisha are tied to the earth, its many rhythms and its seasons, its luxurious vegetation, its mountains and water bodies, and it is in the handful of its earth that they find the love of Krishna. When they sing of Krishna's love or paint his leelas and fidas, they recreate Vrindavana in their own village square.
In the second Ashtapadi for today, Kavi Jayadeva's love lyrics in Sanskrit from Geet Govinda come alive before us through the dancer's eyes. In poetry, music, and dance, the Paramatma is represented as the beloved Krishna and the Jivatma as a Gopi, Radha, pining heroine. There is only one Krishna and everyone else, man or woman, is a Gopi. Presenting Chandana Charita.
All the gopis are besotted with Krishna's charm. He is ornating them with his hugs and kisses. He is elevating their senses, decorating their hair with flowers, telling them how beautiful they are, not leaving anyone unadorned. They are loving his attention, even though they are shy. Together, they are dancing in the gardens of Vrindavan. Krishna is covered in sandalwood on his blue body, beautiful like the skies. As he is dancing, his gem-studded earrings are dangling. His rosy cheeks, his sweet red mouth is smiling with a sweet disposition. There's passion in the air. The gopis are singing, dancing, playing musical instruments and clapping hands to his melodies. As they are clapping, their bracelets are clanking to the tune of his melody. Krishna is immersed in a cosmic Ras Leela with all of us singing and dancing to his tunes. प्रस्तुत है चंदन चर्चिता.
चर्चित नील कलेवर पीतवसना वनमाली चन्दन चर्चित नील कलेवर चन्दन चर्चित नील कलेवर पीतवसना वनमाली केली चलन्मणि कुण्डलमण्डित केली चलन्मणि कुण्डलमण्डित गण्डायुव स्मित साली गण्डायुव स्मित साली हरि रे हम वधूनि करे विलसति विलासिनी केली परे चन्दन चर्चित नील कलेवर पीतवसना वनमाली पीन पयोधर भार भरेण हरि परिराज्य सरागम् पीन पयोधर भार भरेण हरि परिराज्य सरागम् गायत्री दूदञ्चित पञ्चम गायत्री दूदञ्चित पञ्चम करतल बाल तरल बलयावली कलित कला स्वान वंशे करतल बाल तरल बलयावली कलित कला स्वान से
hey, cut it, hey, cut it, thin, 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 cut it, hey, tak it, hey, kit, tak, hey, tak, hey, hey, tak, hey, hey, tak, hey, hey, cut it, hey, tak, hey, digana, tak, digana, tak, digana, dan, tak, digana, tak, digana, tak, digana, dan, tak, digana, tak, digana, tak, digana, ah.
हरि रे वधूनि करे विलासति विलासिनी केली परे चंदन चर्चित नील कलेवर पीत वसन वनमा
Friends, before we proceed to the finale, I'd like to thank a few people here. First and foremost, with the grace of God, we have Darshana Ben, Padma Shri Darshana Ben Jhaveri. Thank you so very much, again from the bottom of my heart. The last number that you witnessed was a beautiful Ashtapadi from the immortal work of Kavi Jayadeva in his Geet Govind. What you noticed earlier in the first half, the Dashavatar, was also a part of the Geet Govind, and it was a beautiful prayer penned by Kavi Jayadev ji. I would like to thank Almighty for everything, for me being here, and for this special occasion. Sincerity, hard work, dedication. If I have to give another synonym for these words, I will say Madhuri. We have just witnessed not just this, but her innate grace and her poise. And she has had a beautiful journey with all her family members, the Agarwals, the Sardars, the Kudvas. A special thanks to her husband, Sunil, who not just encourages her in her beautiful dance form and to learn more, but he also came to me and learned the steppings of Odissi just to know what interests her so much and what is that tying her so beautifully. Thank you. Hats off to you, Sunil. Thank you so very much. Can we have Madhuri on stage? Wish you all the very best. In our journey, dancers are incomplete without our accompanists. So again, second time and again, I will thank them. Thank you so very much. Kiranji has done fantastic makeup. Thank you, Kiranji. And Aditi, she's not here today, but one beautiful Sunday morning like this, she came on various venues and took lovely still photographs, which you have witnessed outside. Thank you again, Aditi, and everybody, each and every person who have come today and made this morning special for both of us. Like the first number is an invocatory piece, the finale is befittingly called Moksha. Herein, the dancer seeks, the Jivatma, seeks to reunite with the Paramatma through the medium of dance. And that is why
it is called moksha. It goes into a rising tempo, and the dancer gets elevated to a very different level of ecstasy. This moksha is going to be followed by a shlok in praise, in prayer of the Divine Mother, who's the divine energy, and who, in the audience today, is more apt to recite the shlok before us than Madhuri's mother herself.
ओम सर्वमंगल मांगल्ये शिवे सर्वार्थ साधिके शरण्ये त्र्यंबके गौरी नारायणी नमस्तुते नारायणी नमस्तुते नारायणी नमस्तुते। प्रस्तुत है आज का अंतिम नृत्य मोक्ष।
मंगल मांगल्ये शिवे सर्वार्थ साधिके त्र्यंबके गौरी नारायणी नमोस्तुते
Is like yoga, you know. It's completely joyful, it's beautiful, and it's totally introverted. It just resonates so beautifully with yoga. That's the one message I want to leave with you as you leave. Please write me a note with any thoughts. If any part of today touched you, leave me a note. There are some slips. Those who know me know that I love my notes. And I once again thank you all for making the time to be here this morning. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday.